Trying to do the Steve yell. The Cassie yell. What do you think about that, Day Chat? Okay, I'm sorry. Thanks so much for joining us. We're having a good time here at Listening Room. Again, this is WYCE 88.1 FM on your radio dials, streaming online at WYCE.org. And as I mentioned before, my name's Quinn, and I host every Thursday at noon here at Listening Room for Grlive. It's a live radio show. Enrique's getting set up. We'll get with him in a moment here. It's live music for the next hour, and you can join us here for the show. 123 restaurant open for lunch right downstairs, and Kylan running the bar here in Listening Room. So this is your weekly live radio show with music, chats with community members, telling you what's kind of going on around the Grand Rapids area. And again, streaming on WYCE.org, and thanks to our friends at GRTV, we've got cameras set up, and we're live on Facebook as well every Thursday. Special thanks to Mark Gerard that gets us through those Thursday mornings. Mark Gerard every Thursday from 9 a.m. to noon. Always nice to hear from him. Hear that wonderful voice here. Well, we will get started with some live music. Got a couple acts on the show today. Excited to have them. Chat with them. Good to see them. So we'll get started right now. Live here on WYC at Listening Room. This is Enrique Olmos. We were waiting for that last little moment for the applause. That's live music there from Enrique Olmos, here joining us at Listening Room for GR Live on WYCE 88.1 FM here in West Michigan. First of all, Enrique, welcome. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Quinn.
I don't think have we done the solo Enrique on GR Live before?
I don't believe we've done the solo Enrique on GR Live.
Debut solo Enrique.
Solo.
For our listening audience, you are playing keys. You do have someone else on stage with you. Please introduce.
I have Mason, the saxophonist, joining me on stage today.
Mason, the saxophonist. The music you're performing here, and for our listening audience, if you don't know Enrique, a wonderful performer located right here in Grand Rapids, performs with many different bands. You've seen him on stage with many artists that we play here on WYCE, but got the kind of the solo thing on keys. How I first started seeing you do this maybe last year or so for some of the open stage and even the Songteller sessions, I remember, was one of the first times. Tell me a little bit about how this sort of solo stuff came up with your music,
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing music for 10 years, and I've been a hired gun for a lot of bands, like you mentioned, just around here, elsewhere, like in the Midwest, and it's kind of just this like freely expressive creative outlet where there's not a lot of pressure. You know, it's I can just be myself on the keyboard, and I love doing the hired gun stuff, but it's also just nice to be able to freely express whatever's in my head on the piano.
For a piece like that you just performed there, is it all written out, done deal, or do you kind of improvise a little bit here and there with what you're doing? I saw you guys both kind of looking at each other. It was great, but I was just curious if you knew exactly the whole time what it was going to be, or do you kind of experiment a little bit?
It's about 50-50, 50% roadmap and 50% us just like, Mason and I have played once together, I think. So we just, we got together this morning and ran through some stuff, and yeah, half of it was just kind of going with the flow.
And for these pieces, have you recorded them? Do you plan on releasing them, or is it just more of sort of expressing yourself, like you said, just kind of getting out and doing whatever happens?
I have some solo material under my own name that's released, and what tends to happen is through the calendar year, like summer, you know, is typically very busy for musicians. There's a lot of festivals, there's a lot of shows happening, and I go through this cycle that I'm getting better at learning the nuances of, and we talked a little bit before the show about learning how to rest, but typically I'll go through the summer going just like as hard as possible with music, and then I just I kind of sputter out. Yep. And that's when I kind of retreat into my solo instrumental music, which is a great time of year, like getting into fall, getting into winter is a great time for me to just like hunker down and create my own art.
Yeah, I think that's important, of just like not feeling the pressure that you have to do it, that you have to finish something for an album. And all the artists get like that. You do have deadlines. You got to do albums and shows and all that, but just to feel like it's you're free to, hey, let's see what happens kind of thing, especially when you're just at home relaxing. Now, you're performing here to give our audience a little taste of what's to come for a few performances you'll have as a residency over at Turnstiles across town here, Slow Jams and Serenades.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what's going to take place over at Turnstiles.
Yeah, Turnstiles has been really good to me. I live on that side of town. It's my go-to place. But we set up a show that is, I just get to kind of bring in my friends and play the music that I want to hear, which is typically, my default is just is slow jams and serenades. And so we did a show already. We have another one coming up next Wednesday, and it's going to just be a 3-hour set of kind of improvisational instrumentals, very hip hop and R&B centric. I have a drummer named Haley Potter who will be joining me. She's magnificent, and we're just gonna jam out and just have fun with it and see where it goes. And that's the really fun thing about this kind of music for me and doing my own music, is that I get to call the shots and I get to just feel it out as it goes.
And that's next Wednesday is the next one over at Turnstiles?
Yes, it is next Wednesday.
Again, chatting here with Enrique, almost live on WYCE. We're here at Listening Room in downtown Grand Rapids. You can join us each Thursday from 12 to 1 p.m. here for GR Live. Live performances here from the Listening Room, airing on WYCE 88.1 FM, streaming live on Facebook as well. Enrique, as you mentioned there, will be performing next Wednesday over at Turnstiles, Slow Jams and Serenades. I love that. Love the title, Slow Jams and Serenades over at Turnstiles. You can find information online at the Turnstiles website, Facebook, and all that, and we'll let you take it away. Again, right here live on stage at Listening, we're on WYCE, Enrique Olmos.
We're going to employ the use of a little robot drum machine for this one.
Got live music there from Enrique Olmos performing for us here on the stage at Listening Room for GR Live on WYCE. As we were chatting before, if you just tuned in, Enrique, a wonderful player around town, hired gun as we call it, performing with many different bands, had you on stage here in Listening Room and out on the listening lawn many a times, and some solo music that he's got here. And he'll be performing next Wednesday over at Turnstiles, sort of a part of a residency over there, Slow Jams and Serenades. So you can check him out over at Turnstiles next Wednesday. And then Enrique, for just kind of following your music and your journey and all that, do you have anything else you want to put up there for our listeners just to keep up with your releasing music, how to find you, all that good stuff?
Yeah, everything, all my solo material is on Spotify and Apple Music and all streaming platforms, just under my name, Enrique Olmos. And then social media is Enrique_Olmos.
Sounding great, man. Thanks for coming by today. We got one more, if that's cool with you. Again, live here on stage at Listening Room on WYCE, Enrique Olmos.
Cool. This one, those other ones don't have names yet, but this one does have a name. It's called Petricolor, which, if you know the word petrichor, that means like the smell after it rains. But I just kind of did a fun little play on words to make it Petricolor.
Again, that's Enrique Olmos performing for us live here on the stage at Listening Room for WYCE 88.1 FM. And as I mentioned before, Enrique will be performing next Wednesday over at Turnstiles. You said kind of a full band. How many musicians do you have with you on that one?
So far, it's just going to be me, and then I have a drummer named Haley Potter. So it's going to be just like duo. And there might be some special guests. That's kind of the thing that's been fun with this is I just, kind of hit my friends up and invite them out to just top in and sit in. And so we'll see who else shows up.
Again, that's taking place over at Turnstiles next Wednesday. You can find information online on their Facebook page, events and things like that. Enrique, always great to see you. Thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah. You too, Quinn. And you too, radio.
And you too, radio. That's Enrique Olmos, everybody. Woo woo! You got to tune to WYCE. It's 88.1 FM. Again, it's 88.1 FM, WYCE. That's 88.1 FM on your radio dials here in West Michigan. Streaming online at WYCE.org. My name's Quinn, hosting Grlive every Thursday at noon here at Listening Room in downtown Grand Rapids. We're at Studio Park at 123 Ionia. 123 restaurant open downstairs for lunch during these performances. For lunch every day there at 123. And we're here at the Studio Park Entertainment Complex again at 123 Ionia, downtown Grand Rapids. Thanks to our partners at GRTV that get us live on Facebook as well every Thursday for these live performances here in Listening Room. At Studio Park, we've got movies, music, dining, and more here. You can find information at studioparkgr.com. We just finished up our outdoor concert series, although we still have a lot more live music actually to come outdoors here on the piazza throughout the fall. Next week, we get started with one of our Art Prize entries that'll be performing out there with music and projections on our Studio Park piazza. That's mixed in with wonderful events like Confluence, the African American Art and Music Festival, and Grand Rapids Film Festival. That's all taking place over the next couple weeks throughout the month of September here at Studio Park. And again, the calendar listings for our events you can find at studioparkgr.com. You can also find information on Instagram and Facebook about Studio Park here at Studio Park at Listening Room. Thanks, Day Chat. You got to tune here to WYCE 88.1 FM for GR Live, coming to you live from Listening Room. We've got more live performances here. We'll be live for the next 25, 30 minutes or so you can always join us here to catch these shows. Wonderful performance from Enrique Olmos, and now we've got Olivia Vargas and Michael Pierce from the band August here to perform a few songs. We'll chat with them about some upcoming shows and things like that. So we'll start off with a tune, again, from the band August. This is Olivia Vargas and Michael Pierce.
Back to the way I used to think.
That's live music here from August, the duo, as we call them, Olivia and Michael here performing for you live on WYCE 88.1 FM. And we'll chat with you guys about some upcoming performances. As our listening audience knows, August, the band performing around town, and both of you perform as a duo as well. So you got a couple different things coming up, right?
Yeah, so our first thing that we have coming up is with our full band, and that's going to be back at our place where we all began, which is Aquinas College. Next week is their homecoming, September 17th. And we're going to play at the main tent from 1:30 to 2:30. And then we're also going to play with our brother band, Conrad Shock and the Noise, from 4:30 to 5:30. So it'll be fun coming back to the place where we met each other and started playing together. And then also at Aquinas in October, Michael and I are going to do a total opposite direction. We're going to play a concert with Folius Duo, which is a flute and guitar duo from here in Grand Rapids that are incredible. And we have prepared a quartet of 2 guitars, classical guitar, flute, and voice. And we'll be playing October 4th at 7 p.m. at Aquinas College at Kretschmer Hall. It'll be free. And then we'll do that same concert on a live stream on October 14th at 7 o'clock. And you can find that on Folius Duo's Facebook page and YouTube page.
Yeah, Folius, great duo, international touring. They're always all over the place on the road. Follow them on social media. And have you worked with them before to do kind of the 4-piece thing?
So, Michael, do you want to say?
Andrew taught me everything I know on guitar.
Cool, I didn't know that.
We both did concerts with them as trios separately, and this is the first time we're bringing it all together with the 4 of us.
That's really cool. I didn't know you had learned from him and studied with him. That's great, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about, as you just mentioned Aquinas, and as I was watching you play, I was just like remembering, because I was talking to Tina that always comes to GR Live over here about back in the day when we were at the Bob. And I mean, you've been coming on GR Live we started that in 2016, so, for 6 years or so. You were probably, I think you were still in school, right? Or just getting out of school?
We were.
Yeah.
We would skip class to come play GR Live.
Yeah. But it's just so cool. I totally remember I've worked with you guys so much over the years, but as you were playing, I was just thinking about that. I was like, I remember they're just in school, skipping class, coming
Little
down
tots,
to play.
just learning how to play some music. Yeah.
No, it's been great to just follow you guys and your performances and all the different kind of stuff you're doing around town. So congrats. Thanks. It's been great working with you over the years.
Thank
well,
you.
it's not like it's over. I
No.
I don't know why I'm making it
Wait.
like that.
This is our last
Take care. It's the
show.
last time you'll ever see these two. So. We'll let you guys take it away again. Well, actually, Olivia, can you tell the listeners again that for the shows you talked about coming up, is there one central place or best place to kind of see where those are all taking place?
Yeah, so if you want to follow, for our band, you can follow August the Band on Facebook and Instagram. We always keep everything about our upcoming shows there. Or you can follow any of our personal accounts, Olivia Vargas Music, Michael Pierce Guitar, or Folius Duo if you want to keep in touch about those specific concerts. You can find any of our social media. We try to keep it updated.
We'll let you guys take it away with another few tunes here, if you don't mind. And again, it's from the band August, located right here in Grand Rapids. Olivia Vargas and Michael Pierce, right here live at Listening Room on WYCE.
So this next song is one that we'll be playing with Folius Duo, and it's called Self-Deprecating Love Song. I'm not good with directions. I go the way I remember the most. please don't grow tired of me. Just say that you want me. I place blame when I'm angry, but that is few and far in between. I'm not good at quick decisions, but I'm passionate about what matters to me. I will not claim to be something more than what I have to give. I will not ask you to give me the world. Just please don't grow tired of me. Just say that you want me. I'm not perfect, though I've tried to be. This could be worth it. Just please don't grow tired of me. Just say that you love me. I will not claim to be something more than what I have to give. I will not ask you to give me the world. Just please don't grow tired of me. Just say that you want me. All right, so this next song is actually a brand new tune. I started writing in a challenge with my friend, and I actually wrote this song last week. And it's the anniversary of my grandmother's passing this month, and so this is a song that I wrote about the grief of not only losing my grandmother, but of watching my mother lose her mother. So this is called Through My Mother's Eyes. The summer's almost over now. I can feel it in the air. The leaves have all begun to change everywhere but here. And soon I'll think of you when I see the red-filled trees. There is beauty in the dying and the changing of the leaves. They say that if life is short, then days are surely long, but I never felt that way.
beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
You just wrote that last week?
Yes.
So that's what you do in a week. You know? I watch Seinfeld, and you create beautiful art. That's live music from the band August, duo here, Olivia and Michael here performing for us. And as they were mentioned, have some upcoming shows. Olivia, I'll let you run down the line. Maybe we have a few new listeners just tuning in because these are wonderful performances you have coming up.
Yeah, so next weekend, Saturday, September 17th, we'll be playing Aquinas Homecoming. So if you're an Aquinas alum, make your way down. We're playing 1:30 to 2:30 with August, and then we're going to play 4:30 to 5:30 with Conrad Shack and the Noise. September 24th, if you're in Elk Rapids, we're going to be in Ethnology. And then in October, with Folius Duo, we'll be playing at Aquinas College on October 4th at 7 p.m. free. October 14th, live streamed on Facebook and YouTube on the Folius Duo page at 7:30.
Again, live here at Listening Room, and that's the band August. Duo there, at least Olivia Vargas and Michael Pierce joining us. Always a pleasure when you guys come over, and we definitely have time for one more, if that's okay with you. Again, live here on WYCE, we're at Listening Room for GR Live. This is Olivia Vargas and Michael Pierce.
Thanks for having us, Quinn. All right, we've got another brand new one. This one I wrote on Monday. So I don't know if I have a name for it yet, but I'm calling it Shattered for now. Just a chip in the china, a crack along the side, almost invisible, only seen from the inside. It got lost in the mundane. The lamp fell, a plate smashed. You could glue it back together, still jagged with glass cracked. I could never be your everything, could never save your innocence. Go ahead and call me a wrecking ball, 'cause I could never fix your brokenness. I could never be your everything, could never save your innocence. Go ahead and call me a wrecking ball, 'cause I could never fix your. Just a dent in the drywall, a hole in the room. You said it was my fault, but is that good enough for you? So maybe I broke it, put my fingerprints on the hammer, and you chose to ignore it, and that's the facts of the matter. I could never be your everything, could never save your innocence. Go ahead and call me a wrecking ball, 'cause I could never fix your brokenness. I could never be your everything, could never save your innocence. broken is.
It's Olivia Vargas and Michael Pierce from the band August performing for us here on stage. And as we talked about before, it's just always a pleasure to have you here. And one of longtime performers on the show from back in the day. So I know we'll see you again here soon. So have a great fall. You got some great shows coming up with Folia. So great to see you.
Thank you so much for having us. Happy to be here. And happy to be here again after all these times.
And again, you've got it tuned here to WYCE. We're every Thursday live here from Listening Room for GR Live. Enrique Olmos, great work today. Always great to see Enrique as well. And multiple performers each week when we do the show here from Listening Room, as well as interviews with community members. And on sound, we got Morgan Hayner. Thank you so much, Morgan. Our friends at GRTV get us live on Facebook every week as well. And as we were just scrolling through the Facebook page, those all stay on there. So on the Listening Room or WYCE, if you see something you like or want to catch back on old episodes, just scroll through Facebook and see all those videos as well. You'll want to keep it tuned here to A World of Music because Shane German is going to take over the airwaves now and get you through the afternoon. That's right, it's A World of Music, WYCE 88.1 FM. Nice work, everybody.